Anything is possible. It started with a dream.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jackie Lawrence and today I'm taking part in a Christmas in July video hop, and I'm joining a group of global crafters to bring you inspiration for your Christmas cards and Christmas projects. Anyway, in my description you will find the next person, or should I say the next crafter, for you to link to, so please do leave a comment before you hop across to the next person. Anyway, let me put you down onto the desk and I can show you what I'm going to be using. So the stamp set I'm going to be using today is a jar of flowers from Stampin Up. Also the coordinating jar punch, and some beautiful designer series paper. I'm going to be using the Christmas one, and this is from Flowers of Every Season. So as you can imagine, we've got spring, summer and autumn in there, and obviously the Christmas. But as I say, I'm going to be using the Christmas papers on my project. So this is the card that we're going to be making today. It's a lovely crisscross card. I used to make these a couple of years ago and I haven't made one in a while, and I thought it'd be nice just to revisit making something that I've not made in a while. And then you have this little tab to pull out the insert where you can write your greetings. I've also used some pattern paper to cut out the poinsettias, and I've used some stamped images on there as well. So the card that you'll be needing to make this crisscross card is, just put the measurements there. I'm using 2 A4 pieces of card which have been cut in lengthways, and you'll also need some DSP. Now it's or designer series paper or patterned paper, and it's up to you what you want to do. Because we're going to cut this in half, if you're happy to, you can use the reverse of the double-sided paper, but I wanted to use something that goes tone on tone, so I've actually got 2 pieces of patterned paper. So it's up to you whether you just want to use one and use the back, or you use 2 like myself. And then because I'm going to be cutting some of the flowers out, I've got some of the leftover pattern paper. I've got some white card for stamping and punching our stamped images. Then for the insert, it's going to be 13.9 by 9 centimeters, and then the white card is 8.5 by 13.4 centimeters. And I've just realized that I forgot to give you the measurement of the pattern paper, and that is 13.9 by 9.5 centimeters. Then I've got some yellow card which I've cut, I think it's at 3/4 inch, and then I've got another piece for the belly band which is going to be A4 strip side, and that is 2 centimeters, which I think works out at 1¼ inches. Okay, so then the other things that you will need is paintbrush, inks and some ribbon as well. So first of all, you need your piece of cardstock that is half an A4 or half a letter style if you're in the US, and I'm just going to score that in half. Then I'm going to line up that half score mark on my channel of my trimmer, and then I'm going to put it to the corner and I'm going to cut. Okay. So taking your second piece of card, I'm going to score again at 14.8. Then I'm going to turn the card and do the same as I did before. So it's corner to middle and cut. Okay, once you have cut your card, you just need to burnish those down with a bone folder. And then when you fit the two pieces together, you'll get a crisscross like that. Okay, so using some glue, I'm just going to glue the back of this card, and then that will get glued on like so. Okay, so next you need to bring your paper trimmer in, and you'll need your designer series paper, which, as I say, is 9.5 centimeters by 13.9, and again you're just putting this diagonally so that you can cut these in half. So if I bring the card back over, then it's up to you how you want to do this. If you've got two pieces of paper, you can decide how you want it, whether you want the lesser pattern showing and then having the pretty patterns like that. But as I say, if you're only using one piece of designer series paper, then you'll know which one you want to use, because it will only go in sort of one direction, if that makes sense. So I want those two. So those can be put away to use on another card. So again, we can get the glue, and whilst we're here, we can glue those on. This paper is so pretty. And this card will work for any occasion using any of your different papers. And again, just glue this one down as well. It does seem a shame to cover up the other side, but I think if we had a big pattern on both sides, I think it might be a bit too overbearing. So just making sure you've got an even border all the way round. Then I'm going to use some tear tape, or you could use your red tape, and then this will need to get glued down. So just put that along. And then hopefully I can get this peeled off, like so. And then you need some more tear tape just to go on this panel here. Taking that off, and then that's glued down, and then you've got your pocket there. Okay, so that can go to one side. Okay, I've got my stamp mat because I'm going to do some stamping. So first of all, I'm going to bring the lovely flower stamp, and I'm going to stamp that in grey granite. so. So then I'm going to stamp the jar, and this is a reversible stamp, so I've got the solid stamp on at the moment, so I'm just inking that up in Pool Party, stamping down, and then I'm going to turn the stamp around, and that will give the outline stamp. And again, I'm going to do that in grey granite. Like so. Then I can bring in my coordinating jar punch, and then this can be punched out. Okay, so next I'm going to bring in my other colours. So I'm going to be using mint macaron, and as you can see, I've oh, maybe you can't because of the glare, sorry, I've got glare coming in. I've squeezed the ink pad together to get some ink into the palette, and I'm going to use my water brushes. So this has already got a the water in it, so I'm going to bring my my image over, and then I'm just going to paint. So I'm going to speed this up.
Anything is possible. It started with a dream. Our passion made a difference and built a family. We've grown strong together. You know it's all because everybody plays a part in doing what we love. You can bet it doesn't matter where you go. You find a friend who does just what they love and lets it show. One card at a time can really change the way we live. Focused on the sharing and the chance we have to give. You can do most anything, so just do what you love. Live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what we do, makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say, it's Stampin' Up and it's our way to love, live and share it today. Share it today. Just look around and you can see it's so much more than stamps and ink. It's more than just a card you see. It's part of you, a part of me. It's creativity. So just do what you love, live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. It's what you're dreaming of.
And okay, so there's our image there, coloured in. Now you could leave it like this if you wished, with the Poppy Parade red flowers painted, but I am going to do some fussy cutting of the poinsettias. Okay, so again I am just going to speed the film up whilst I do this.
How we live, what we say, it's Stampin' Up and it's our way to love, live and share it today. Gonna love and live and share it today. We're gonna love, live and share it today. We're Anything is possible. It started with a
Now I'm going to cut out the image here.
built a family. We've grown strong together. You know it's all because everybody plays a part in doing what we love. You can bet it doesn't matter where you go. You find a friend who does just what they love and lets it show. One card at a time can really change the way we live. Focused on the sharing and the chance we have to give. You can do most anything, so just do what you love. Live it, share it, you know it's what you're dreaming of. What we love, what we do, makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say, it's Stampin' Up and it's our way.
And there is our cutout image. Okay, so I'm going to bring back the crisscross card. Move that out of the way. Then you'll need your belly band, and you will also need a piece of yellow card, that's Bumblebee, and you will need to use a label punch. And here I've got the lovely labels, and you get 6, you can do 6 labels out of this one punch. So I'm going to use the flat end ended design, and I'm just going to fit that into the channels. As you can see, depending on what size you choose, you can have 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch and an inch. They just fit in the channels, and then you can flip the punch over, and then you can maneuver that end until you're happy that it lines up. Okay, and there's your punched end. Now you don't need this very long because this is going to fit in between the 2 layers of card. So I'm just going to snip that off, like so. So with the belly band, just put those to one side. You can score it if you wish, but all I've done is I've just laid it on the card, position where you would like it, and then just fold over. Okay, and this card is not going to meet, it's just slightly too short, but it doesn't matter because that is going to be covered. So I'm just going to get my bone folder, and I'm just going to enforce those creases. Then I'm going to get some tape runner. This is called Seal. And then I'm just going to put a bit on the back and on the 2 ends. You could of course use glue or tear and tape or red tape. Okay. And then that just folds over like so. Next I'm going to get our 2 inserts, and I'm going to glue the tab. You can have this going in the middle if you wish, but I like to have it going off one side. And then I'm going to again just glue this card down with a bit of Tombow. Like so. So then that will fit in like that. Then whilst that card is sitting in there, I'm going to stamp my greeting just so that I know that where to line it up. So I've got Merry Christmas, and this is from the Perfectly Plaid set, as the jar set doesn't have any sentiments, but you can use any stamps that you have. And then I'm going to go in with the Poppy Parade red and try and get that in the middle, like so. Then I'm going to bring in the ribbon, and this is Bumblebee, and it's a really soft, lovely, pliable ribbon. So I'm just going to lay it on under my card so I get a sense of how much ribbon I would like, and I'm going to put the knot, or the bow should I say, in that corner. So again, I'm just going to use a bit of the tape runner just to put a dab on the back. To hold that in place. You can always go back with an adhesive rubber and rub any of these bits out that are a bit excess. So I'm going to put that across like so, and then this can then be tied. And then these can just be snipped up short. Okay, so there's our ribbon. Next I'm going to mount our jar, and I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals or 3D pads. These tops of the pads get everywhere, and then I'm just going to lay that like that. And then I'm going to get some pads for the back of the flowers. Now I'm not going all the way up the top because you don't want it sticking to your insert card, otherwise you won't be able to get it out. So that's going to go like that. Just going to move that over a bit. That's it, so you can just see the Christmas. Right, so, and then I'm going to glue one of the poinsettias down, and then I will 3D the other one on top. So that's like that. And then just get my foam pads again. Oops. and then that one's going to just go over the edge like so. Lovely. So the next thing we need to do is just put a little bit of sparkle on these flowers. So I've got some Wink of Stella, and this has got rubbing alcohol in it with a little bit of sparkle, and that's perfect just to add a little bit of glimmer to your flowers. So that is your card finished. I have noticed on my other card that I used the stems, which I've forgotten to stamp on that image, but it doesn't matter, it looks fine. Okay, so I hope you like the card that I've made and that I have inspired you to have a go at making a crisscross yourself. If you haven't already done so, then please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please do hit the bell if you'd like any more notifications of as and when I upload more videos. And please do leave a comment before you hop on to the next link, as I do like to get feedback, or perhaps you've got questions that with regards to what I've been using and the card that I have made. I have done a screenshot of all the products that I have used today, and you'll find that at the end of the video. Anyway, look forward to crafting with you again soon. Enjoy the rest of the hop and take care. Bye-bye.